Hello again. Now, in this video lecture, I discuss what is the meaning of D and L isoforms, or I can say what ultimately means the small d and small l isoforms in a molecule. So, before moving further, I will just remind you that in my previous lecture, that is in my previous video lecture, I discuss what is ultimately the meaning of capital D and capital L in a molecule. And now in this lecture, I will let you know what ultimately the meaning of small d and small l in a molecule. So, as I said in my earlier video lecture, what the capital D and the capital L represents the configuration of a molecule, and I also explain the utility or the configuration, or which configuration is said to be D and which configuration is said to be L in a molecule with respect to the functionality it contains, or the position or the orientation of the functionalities or functional group present in the molecule. So I explained the capital D and capital L earlier by taking an example of glucose. Now, in this lecture, I will only emphasize on the meaning of small d and small l. So, whenever a molecule is represented by small d or a small l, this ultimately defines, or the small d or small l defines the optical activity present in a molecule. So, if a molecule is represented by small d or small l, such molecule is said to be optically active, or it is an optical active molecule. So, let us know what is the meaning of optical activity, or when a molecule is said to be an optically active. So, optical activity is a property of a molecule by which it is able to rotate the plane polarized light towards a particular direction. So, this is the simplest definition of an optical activity, or why a molecule is said to be optical active. So, it is just because of the reason that an optical active molecule, or when a plane polarized light passes through an optically active molecule, that particular molecule is having a capacity, or that particular molecule is having a tendency to rotate the plane polarized light towards a particular direction. And on the basis of rotation of plane polarized light towards a particular direction, that molecule is suitably designated by small d and small l alphabet or letters. So, I will further ultimately let you know when a molecule is represented, or when an optically active molecule is represented by small d, and when a molecule which is optically active is represented by small l. So, if a molecule is able to rotate the plane polarized light towards the right side, such molecule is represented by small d, and that molecule is said to be dextrorotatory. That means the dextrorotatory molecule is having a capacity or a tendency to rotate the plane polarized light towards the right side, and the dextrorotatory molecule is represented by a mathematical symbol, that is plus. Likewise, if a molecule which is optically active and it causes the rotation of plane polarized light towards the left side, that is when a molecule bend, or when a molecule rotate the plane polarized light towards the left side, that molecule is designated by small l, and the molecule is said to be levorotatory. And the levorotatory molecule, that is the molecule which is having, or which bends or rotates the light, plane polarized light towards the left side, is designated by mathematical symbol, that is the negative. So this is how we ultimately represent optical active molecules by small d and small l, and how these optical active molecules, or how a molecule which is represented by capital D and capital L letter of alphabets are differ from a molecule which is represented by small d and small l letter of the alphabet. So I will explain both these capital D and capital L as well as small d and small l designation of a molecule, and let you know how ultimately we represent these molecules and what ultimately the meaning. So I here taken an example of two glycerose molecule. The one is represented as L-glycerose, that is the capital L-glycerose, and the another molecule is represented by capital D-glycerose. So both these molecules, as you can see here, the one is the L-glycerose molecule and another one is the D-glycerose molecule. So very first I will discuss why I have represented the molecule, glycerose molecule, by capital L and capital D. Here, as I said earlier, the capital L and the capital D represents the configuration of that particular molecule. So you can see here that in L-glycerose molecule, the carbon atom adjacent to the terminal carbon atom here is the CH2OH. This is the terminal carbon atom, and the neighboring carbon atom, as you can see here, this is the neighboring carbon atom, and here the orientation of OH group is towards the left side, and hence this molecule is said to be capital L glycerose. Now let us look into the another molecule, that is the capital D glycerose. So here also the same principle applies. You have to search for the carbon atom adjacent to the terminal carbon atom, or the carbon atom adjacent to the tail carbon atom. So here this is the carbon atom which is adjacent to the tail carbon atom, that is the CH2OH, and you can see here this particular carbon atom is having the hydroxy group on right side, in contrary to the L-glucose. Here in the case of L-glucose, the hydroxy group is present on the left side, and here in case of D-glycerose, that is the capital D-glycerose, the hydroxy group is present on the right side. So because here in this case the hydroxy group is present on the right side, this particular molecule is said to be D-glycerose. So here these L, the capital L and the capital D represents nothing but the configuration of the particular molecule. So we can say this L-glycerose molecule represents an L series and the D-glycerose molecules belongs to the D series. Now we can also write, or if this L-glycerose molecule is having, if for an example, if this L-glycerose molecule is also be represent as L within a bracket negative glycerose, or the same molecule can be represented as L within a bracket positive glycerose. So what does this ultimately indicates? So I am just taking an example here. If this L-glycerose molecule is represented by capital L and within a bracket negative sign, or if this L-glycerose molecule is represented by capital L and within a bracket positive sign. So here this capital L, as I said, this represents the configuration. However, the positive or the negative sign, means these signs, they represents the optical activity of this particular molecule. So if the L-glycerose molecule, that is if the L-glycerose molecule or the glycerose molecule is represented by capital L and negative sign, this indicates the L-glycerose molecule is levorotatory. Or if the capital L and plus sign is there in the glycerose molecule, so here the capital L indicates the configuration and the positive sign indicates its optical activity, that is it is the dextrorotatory. So this is the ultimately the meaning of the alphabet and the symbol if a particular molecule contains. Now I further explain what is the ultimately meaning of this particular D-glycerose molecule if it's contain a positive and a negative sign. So here you can see, I here mentioned the same also. Here the capital D, as you can see here, this capital D, this represents the configuration. In a particular configuration, the molecule ultimately exists, and the plus and the negative sign. This is the negative sign and this is the positive sign. So this positive and the negative sign, which you can see here, this ultimately represents the optical activity of that particular molecule. I have also represented the same here. You can see here, I have marked this positive and the negative sign by optical activity, and subsequently I marked the capital D as configuration. So here if the glycerose molecule is represented by capital D and with a negative symbol or the negative mathematical symbol, this represents that the glycerose molecule is exist in a D configuration, or it belongs to the D series, and it is having an optical activity which is levorotatory. Likewise, if I say the D-glycerose molecule or the glycerose molecule which is represented by capital D and it is represented by a positive sign, so here the capital D indicates the configuration, as I said, that means the glycerose molecules belongs to the D series, and here the positive sign, this positive sign indicates the optical activity of the glycerose molecule. That is, the positive sign here indicates that the glycerose molecule is having, or it is an dextrorotatory. That is, it is able to rotate the plane polarized lights towards the right direction. So this is ultimately the meaning of capital or small alphabets, or if a capital alphabets, it's denoted with certain mathematical symbols or mathematical signs, what ultimately in such a case a molecule will represent. So I here in this video itself explain what is ultimately the meaning of D and L isoforms or isomers. So here D and L isoforms or isomers indicates the optical activity of a molecule, and here you can see here that this small d and the small l is denoted, or it denotes the optical activity of a molecule. However, the capital D and the capital L represents a particular or a specific configuration in which the molecule exists.